Hey there, creepy peeps. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. We are almost done with Vampire Week on 31 Days of Horrorween, but we still have one more week left after this, so make sure you're subscribed to stay up to date on all of this. If you've just got here, you've got some catching up to do. Before we get too far into this though, I want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for supporting my channel. Thank you guys so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. Directed by William Crane, Blacula follows an 18th century African prince who is turned into a vampire while visiting Transylvania. 2 centuries later, he rises from his coffin, attacking various residents of Los Angeles, and meets Tina, a woman who he believes is the reincarnation of his deceased wife. Okay, so first thing, I have to get out of the way before I can talk about the rest of the movie. I genuinely thought that Blacula was just like maybe kind of like a corny title for the movie. I didn't actually think it was going to be in the movie and like anybody would actually refer to this vampire as Blacula, but like lo and behold, we have Dracula literally like christening Mamuwalde Blacula. He like says the words. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I cringed really hard at that. Okay, that out of the way, I just had to vent about that for a second. I don't know why I was so like, I don't know why I didn't think they were gonna actually call him that, but anyways, I thought this was going to be a silly movie. It actually had some serious moments in it, and I kind of think, we'll get into it in a second, but I kind of think there's an aspect to this that did the movie dirty, because I feel like this is a very kind of classic, like tragic vampire story. Just about this poor like African prince who is attacked by Dracula, turned into a vampire, locked in a coffin to like suffer while he like deals with this thirst, although he'll never die. And then when he finally is broken out of his coffin, it's like 200 years later, his wife is dead, and he meets somebody who is like the reincarnation of her, and it's, you know, he's like pining after her, and it's very like sad and kind of tragic and a little bit romantic. And I feel like there were just aspects to this movie that undermined that a little bit, because Mamuwalde is such like a dignified character. He's a literal prince. He's literal royalty in the movie, and the way he talks is very dated, you know, very 18th century royalty, I suppose. And then throughout this movie, you just have him paired with this just not bad music, but it's like this like kind of like funky jazzy music that just did not fit the movie at all. I thought, honestly, the music took me out of it in so many different spots because I just felt like it did not fit. And the actual like plot line of this movie, I feel like, is quite serious and quite, you know, like it's a vampire movie. I didn't think there was anything like funny or silly really about it, except for maybe a few things that I just chalked up to it being an older movie. Like, it's like 50 years old at this point. I didn't actually think this movie was silly until like the music started, and it just like, it did not fit to me. I also feel like I should mention this is the very first blaxploitation movie that I've ever seen. So I'm not familiar with like the common like tropes or cliches of the subgenre, and I don't know where like Blacula falls within that necessarily. I also feel like they did the character Tina dirty in this also. Poor girl gets like no character development, and there's no explanation as to why she continues to talk to Mamuwalde, other than like she's like drawn to him, and she kind of is like, yeah, maybe I'm your reincarnated wife, I guess. But there's almost like no conflict as to like whether she agrees to be with Mamuwalde forever. I feel like there should be some conflict there because she has friends and family that are alive, and it's like that's a pretty hefty commitment to this vampire you just met. I just feel like they did her dirty in this movie. I was like, I did not understand her motivations at all. So like overall, I thought this was a good movie. I just feel like it could have been so much better. I just feel like there are just certain aspects that failed this movie so hard. So I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 5. On IMDb, it's got a 5.7 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 50% critic score and a 43% audience score. And on Letterboxd, it has a 3 out of 5. I gotta end this video now because my battery light is blinking at me. So before it cuts me off, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow with another new video. Until then, stay strange. Bye.